everybody, Lawman Mike with www.lawmanguitars.com. Hey, I've got a really cool, historic, hard to find Gibson guitar for you today. This is a 1966 Gibson F-25 Folksinger Guitar. Now this guitar is all original and it is just really, really cool. I have never seen one before, so when I saw it, it's like, I don't even know what that is. I just had never been around them. What they did is they took a classical 00 size body, a big 2-inch wide neck on it, pretty much like a classical guitar, and made it for the folk singers back in the 60s. I mean, it's got a wide neck so you can finger pick it. I'm not a finger picker, but it's definitely a finger picker's love because you can get your fingers in here, and with a 2-inch wide neck on it, you guys with big hands are going to really love this guitar. It's got a 24 3/4 inch scale neck, so it's going to feel just like all the other guitars that you played. The only difference is basically the width. When I first started playing, it's like, wow, I have to get used to this again. I have a classical guitar that I strum with a pick, and it feels very much like that. But anyway, it's all original. The dual pickguards is also original. It's X-braced. It's got a nice spruce top, mahogany back and sides. It's got really nice finish crazing on it, and no real damage anywhere. The neck angle is great. It certainly doesn't need a neck reset. The bridge is just, I mean, it is rock solid on there. There's no gaps whatsoever on the bridge, so it doesn't need any attention. And you have a lot of room yet on your bridge saddle should you someday want to lower the action a little bit. I don't think you're going to want to now, but it certainly has some room to do that. Original pins, got the original case, which we'll talk about here in just a minute. It's got the original double line Clusson 3 on a strip tuners, and it also has the black in-stamped into the wood serial number, which is how we're able to date this to 1966. Now the Folksinger had a pretty long life. I mean, for Gibson, they came out in 1963, so this is 3 years into the start of the Folksingers. They started in '63 and they finally phased them out in 1971. And it really kind of fit for a lot of people that didn't really want to get into some of the other acoustic guitars. They wanted something a little different. They didn't make as many of these, of course, because they didn't sell as many as they did the big dreadnoughts and some of the other acoustic guitars, so there just aren't a lot of these around. So when you find one, especially in this kind of shape, you say, I'll take it. So I checked it out. There was really nothing to do except clean it up and put some new strings on it. The frets are in marvelous shape. I mean, they're just original frets. I mean, there's just tons of life in them. The original nut, truss rod cover. Truss rod, of course, works. We already talked about the bridge and the saddle. Everything on this guitar is in just marvelous, marvelous shape. And just in case you weren't sure, they're stamped inside the sound hole F-25. So we know it's an F-25 Folksinger. But anyway, it's a really great guitar to sit and strum. Sounds a lot different than the dreadnoughts. It's a lot more mellow. I mean, it would be a really good guitar to sing with. It's not overpowering. I know it sounds different out there than it does with me over it, but it's very mellow. I mean, it's a very soft sound. It's not quiet. I mean, it's not like you have to strum it hard to get anything going with it. It's just got a really nice mellow sound that I'm sure the folk singers back in the day loved to have. You put this with a nice acoustic bass and a banjo, and boy, you're going to have a Peter, Paul, and Mary going all night long. what a fun guitar to play. I mean, this is just a really excellent guitar, and like I said, it's just in beautiful, beautiful shape. There's a few scratches on the top. There is just one little place back here that I think it came from a strap. It's multicolored, and a lot of the straps reacted with the nitro in the case, and I'm guessing that came from a strap right in there. I couldn't get it off, so I left it alone. It's got finish crazing all over it, but you know, no real dents or damage or anything at all. Certainly no cracks, which you certainly want to be aware of, that there's nothing that needs to be addressed. And like I said, all the braces inside, the X braces, are in great shape. They're all solid, and just a solid guitar. I found this one down in Missouri on one of my Branson, Missouri trips, and I was just really thrilled to find it. Like I said, it jumped right off the wall at me as like I walked in. It's like, what is that? I mean, I really hadn't experienced these guitars before, so I was really thrilled to get it. Happy I was able to get it for my customers. I'm sure it's going to make one of my customers really, really happy when it shows up. Now, what made me even happier was they had the original case with it. So this is the case you want to see. It's the brown Gibson case. It's got the little fake lizard top to it. It's just as nice as the guitar. All your binding is still on it. There's no stitching that's even loose on this binding material. Usually there's places where it's coming loose. I mean, this case is just in magnificent shape. Original handle, original latches that all work. Your hinges are still on it, including the leather hinge on the back, and it's just in great shape. The only thing that is not in great shape is we do have the accessory box lid with the Gibson label on it. I didn't put duct tape on it. I'll let you decide what you want to do, okay? I would leave it alone, but it's here, okay? And inside the case you have the brown felt, which you want to see. It's in beautiful shape. Never any indication of any moisture in here, so there's no rot whatsoever in the integrity of the case, and it's just, what a great case. I mean, it goes with that guitar, and it fits it absolutely perfect. So you know what? It's great to find a 1966 Gibson Folksinger, but it's even better to find the case that was with it from day one. So check it and all of our really, really cool guitars out at www.lawmanguitars.com. We just did 5 other guitars today here in the studio, and we just have some awesome, awesome guitars. Another Gibson, actually 2 Gibsons, and some made in Japan guitars, an old Supro. I mean, we just have some fantastic guitars in the website right now. So check them out, www.lawmanguitars.com. We really appreciate you watching our videos. Thanks a lot.